Hey everybody, just thought I'd quickly jump on. Do you ever get those moments where you have that feeling of you are going to go for it? It could be anything. And most people get this at Christmas time, New Year, new me. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get on this diet. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And you feel quite powerful in yourself. And then all of a sudden, halfway through January, it's hard. You start to tail off, quit. So many people quit on themselves. I've never really been one to quit anything. If I set my eyes on something, like a target or a goal, I do my research on it, I model successful people, and I give it 100% with anything I do, anything. So when I set my eyes on financial freedom and I come across it, and I went on property seminars, seeing other people do it, research, is this genuine? That's the first thing. It's completely new, property. Is this scam? Is this just a pyramid scheme? A simple Google search. Is rent to rent a legitimate business? Lots of information. So no, it's not. And then the next thing is, can I do this? Is this something, how much money do I need? Because instantly, when you start looking into property, most people think buy-to-lets. That's the next step. You buy your own, then you save up £25,000-30,000 and you get on the buy-to-let ladder. When you actually start diving deep into property, the next step is definitely not buy-to-lets. It is definitely not. The first entry point to becoming successful in property is rent to rent. And I actually put that as the final point as well. And everybody doing BRRs, flips, developments and everything would say, no, it's not. But they're not getting the monthly cash flow. They're going through a hell of a lot of stress from BRRs, developments, and all the cashes at the end. And they might not even pull out all of their money. So people who are potentially watching thinking Kenny's talking bollocks, I'm not. Cash flow from rent to rent is insane. And you don't own any of the properties. But the title of this live was, when you reach this certain level of fuck this, everything changes. So speaking to friends the other day, and they said, you do live videos online such as this. It's insane. And I'm just like, it's a journey. It's a journey. You can't just jump live on Facebook and tell a story. It's practice. Practice makes perfect with anything. I'm not even saying this is perfect, far from it. But unless you practice something or you try and do something, you will never achieve it. So going back to the start of my rent-to-rent journey, it's completely new. A lot, if not every person around you would have never heard of it and instantly think it's a pyramid scheme. And because they're your friends and potentially family as well, you're going to listen to them. And it's going to sow doubt into your mind. Even though you've done the research, it's going to sow doubt into your mind. And I'll be honest, it sowed doubt into my mind. So I've done further research, went on further seminars, took, a couple of months to really start to think, no, this is genuine. I watched this person join the program and now they've got their first deal. And now I'm watching a live tour of their mentor in that house. You can't fake that. There's no faking that. So then you're starting to think, okay, I shouldn't be listening. Cut out all negativity. Cut out everybody says a little bit of negativity. You need to hear the bad sides. Why? I shut out every single piece of negativity from my life. That includes family. I don't want to hear it. Don't need to hear it. Don't want to hear it unless, it's a family matter and it needs to be discussed. If it's news, bad things are happening. An avocado is bad for you. I don't care. If you want to eat avocados, do or don't. Don't care. Do your own research. If you believe it's the right thing to do, do it. Cut out all negativity. Model successful people. Get a mentor. Get a great network around you of people with a similar mindset. And do it. And put your mind to it. Such as these live videos. When I became a coach, do you think these live videos were easy for me? I was shitting myself. And the one thing I have learned throughout this whole journey is I don't give a shit what people think about me. It can be good, it can be bad. I like the good, I shut out the bad. Why would I need to hear criticism? Constructive criticism, yes, but negative comments, slide. When I started my rent-to-rent journey, the amount of comments I had from friends, not from family, from some family, of, be careful. Almost, it was patronizing, very patronizing. You're part of a pyramid scheme. You're going to waste all of this money. I heard it all right? And it wound me up so much. But the moment you stop giving a shit about other people and what they think that you should do with your life, is the moment it will all change for you. And you get that same feeling at Christmas when you're about to go into the new year is, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me. I'm going to get fit. It's exactly the same with anything. Starting a business, going to the gym, getting fitter, dressing nice, applying for jobs. You're doing it for you. Don't listen to the naysayers and the haters and bad feedback. Listen to constructive feedback. If you're applying for a new job and your goal is to become MD of that company, who should you model off? Another MD. Start speaking to another MD. If you can get talking to that MD, or just walk into another company, can I speak to the director? Walk into an estate agent, can I speak to the director? What's it like being a director? How do I get there? How did you start? Don't listen to your friends who are working in a job, never heard of that, never kind of even went out of the system. Why would you? Okay, so do not give a shit what people think. Model successful people. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone with everything you do. And go for it. You've got one life. So, and if you're going to commit to yourself and make promises to yourself, such as going to the gym in the new year, do it. Listen to David Goggins' audiobook, Steve Harvey. Go on Instagram, go on all of these motivational pages and follow them. Fill up your social media with inspirational, motivational people. Don't follow friends in your own town. Trust me, it's not constructive. It's not good. Everybody is fueled by bad news to make themselves feel better about themselves. So let me just check out the comments. Yeah, I get so passionate about this just because it just relates to my own journey. Damien, yeah, we need to talk. Send me a message. Liver, you're right. My parents kept telling me not to be scammed in this property game. Are they in property? Are they millionaires? Would you get a PT in the gym if they weighed 20 stone? No. Don't take advice from people that aren't walking the same walk that you want to walk. If you want to become very successful and financially free, who should you listen to? Someone who's financially free, right? It's very simple when you think about it. But because you're not in that position, you rely on your friends and family to push you outside of your comfort zone. But they've never stepped outside of the comfort zone. So they haven't got that experience to pass on. So look for someone who is constantly pushing themselves outside of their comfort zone. Even people in the gym, people who are in really great shape, push themselves outside of the comfort zone. It takes massive discipline to get in great shape. So they understand comfort zones. Even they would be a great person to speak to, great group of people to speak to. It's not right that I'm being asked to spend thousands in training, not to believe everything I'm sold. It was patronizing. I did it anyway, and now they're asking for tips. Yeah. And people that watch your journey from start to finish, and when you do become successful, and then it becomes popular that people leave nice constructive feedback, is only when they will give you nice constructive feedback. But until you've made it, you won't hear a peep from them. Yeah, so there's quite a few people I know that are watching. Haley, Rich Hine, Sam, Jace. So, yeah, I don't know how to end this, but for me, my journey, it was stop giving a shit what people think. Because the moment you do stuff like that is the moment you start telling people what you want to do. But stay true to your own word. This is from David Goggins. Don't lie to yourself. If you're going to make a promise to yourself, stick to it, because if you don't, you've lied to yourself, and that hits your self-esteem. David Goggins' audiobook, listen to it. It's inspiring. It will change your life. I'll leave you with that, but please don't lie to yourself. If you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. That's all I've ever done from the moment I can remember. You know, when I was 6 years old is my earliest memory. Wanted to learn how to skate, like most kids, you know, skateboarding or skate. I got okay at it, but then you grow up a little bit. Going through school, I went to, you know, it wasn't the best school at all, not in the slightest, but I'm glad I went there because it was tough. Most of my friends skived. I could have quite easily skived, because there's another saying, look at the 5 friends you hang around with, you are the 6th. And now I've said that, next time you're driving along and you see a group of teenagers, look at what they're wearing. I can almost guarantee they will all be wearing the same clothes. They feed off of each other's kind of growing up. But for me, I've always been an individual. I've always had my individualities. You know, my friends were skiving school, getting into trouble. Sorry if you're watching this and you know it's true. But I kept going to school. I had a good role model. My mum was constantly trying to push me outside of my comfort zones to be, you know, get a good trade behind me. So I was always going to school, just grinding really. And then I left school, and yes, I got a good job. One of the, you know, within the town, it was known as the best place to work, essentially, for that town. And I stayed there for 16 years. And then me and Sarah, my wife, tried to buy a property, and it was just so expensive, such as buy-to-lets, like I spoke at the start of this live, that you need £25,000-30,000 just to get on the buy-to-let ladder. So then, because I was searching property, all of these things started popping up like Facebook does, the algorithm, and rent to rent popped up. And I watched a few videos and then just felt massively inspired that you only need £5,000 max, really, to start, to become financially free. All sounds way too good to be true. So then I was like, is it too good to be true? Start digging, going on seminars, networking, and it's not too good to be true. It is true. I started with £5,000. 3,000 of that went to training, so I had 2,000 left. And from that moment to securing my first property, I saved up enough money to take on that property. Recycle, financial freedom. It's amazing. I absolutely love my journey. I'm so proud of it. And throughout the whole kind of process, from 6 years old to now, up until 6 years old, until 2 years ago, I did give a shit what people thought about me. But the moment you step outside of what Andrew Tate calls the system and start going against the grain, you know, you're trying to quit your job, you want to be financially free. 99% of the people have never heard of this, so it's against the grain. You're open to negative comments, patronizing comments from your closest friends and family, belittling. They doubt you. Don't doubt yourself. Don't ever doubt yourself. If you're going to say you're going to do something, research the shit out of it and go for it, and ignore everybody else. Find someone like myself, network, find people like you who are in a starting position, whether that's you're looking at property or you want to climb the career ladder in your job and you want to be at the top. Write down your goals. Goals are so important. Everybody has vision boards. I don't need a vision board. They are locked and loaded up here. I know exactly what I want, and I won't stop until I get it. So it's very clear for me. And this is why I feel so driven and inspired most of the time. And I can pass this passion of mine onto my students, because I know what you've got to go through to become financially free. It's so much rejection. It's so hard. You will doubt yourself because of the amount of people that doubt you. You need people like me that say, I've been there and you can do it. And all of the other mentees, even some who are newbies and some that are now experts and financially free, are all on my program for support. So yeah, that's the moral of the story. Stop caring so much what people think about you. And my mate in the pub the other day said, you know, you can do live videos and you just talk and talk and talk. So I couldn't do that. And I said to him, the moment you stop giving a shit is the moment you start stepping outside of your comfort zones. Most people, this is literally my last sentence and then I'll leave you. Most people won't even join a gym to get fit because the anxiety they feel because they're overweight, they feel embarrassed walking into a gym. How sad is that? Most people, if not all of them, that go to the gym see a new person who, yeah, okay, you'll be overweight potentially, or you're really thin and want to bulk up. They'll see that person and they'll respect them immediately just for being there and taking action outside of the comfort zone. Anybody who is outside of the comfort zone and sees someone entering the outside of the comfort zone will immediately respect them, if you understand that whatsoever. Right. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. See you guys soon.